Hey you all, hope you guys are having a good evening and I hope you guys had a good day. So last night the Holy Spirit, I heard, him say, I'm so proud. And I held on to it, because I was like, oh, you're proud of me. No, I was just playing. But it kept on, lingering, like he wanted me to post it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to post it. So, I'm sure a lot of people need to hear this, and he reminded me of like a changed heart and a renewed mind, and how sometimes we can, almost feel like we're not doing enough, but it really is enough, like God, is meeting us where we're at, and he's proud that we are, making the necessary changes, trying to make the necessary changes, and, being open to, continuously building your relationship with God. And most times this doesn't have to be in front of everybody, It doesn't have to be a grand gesture of things. This could be in the secret place when you're just spending time with God and taking the time to really, you know, to really be in his presence and really have an open heart, because sometimes the world can make our heart harden, just by circumstances, things that we went through. But when we really, open our hearts to God and we start to get back, and, and he starts to renew our mind, he's meeting us where we're at. So I heard him say that. And, sometimes we just need to hear that God is proud of us and that we're doing good. Sometimes it can seem like, am I even doing this right? I don't know, God, are you seeing me? But he said, I'm so proud of you. He said, I'm so proud. So I definitely wanted to post this, and encourage somebody, keep going, because God sees you, and, he sees that you are opening your heart, renewing your mind, you're having that change happen. And most of the times people feel like, you have to do it quickly, but honestly, strength comes from steady, strength comes from steady and still having faith, taking it one day at a time. That's how you build your faith in God. That's how you build your trust, and that's how he's able to renew, your heart and renew your mind. So I wanted to read this for you. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this. It's Ezekiel 36, and it says, I'm going to do 26. This is when Israel, was rejected for their sin, but God was talking about renewing them. It says, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. So, all right, you guys, stay the course, but God said he's proud. So, all right, you guys, have a good night. Bye.